It's been one day before. We're currently now at Matchup. We have 300 more kilometers to go till we reach KL. So we have literally nothing else better to do. So why not, since this is a mecha.store video, build a keyboard, right? Yeah. So let's make this a competition between a very, very novice builder, and of course, our resident expert / brainlet.
Hi, I'm Lawrence. I think you've met me in my previous video.
We will be competing against each other to build the better keyboard. I'm gonna be building an Ikki68 build, while this guy's gonna be building
an Iron180.
Wow, I don't know how significant that one is.
For context, the price difference is about $700-800.
To have it be a challenge, a real challenge, the loser have to do something. Loser sleeps on the floor for the rest of the trip in a hotel, because we only booked 3 rooms and there's only 5 beds and there's 6 of us. One person has to take the floor. It'll be one of these two to do it, and we will be judged by an impartial judge who we meet in KL. We've reached out to a fellow YouTuber, which we'll reveal later.
I've already prepared the floor. I'm ready to sleep already on the floor. I'm not gonna win this. I know I'm not gonna win this.
I mean, let's be honest, the floor is pretty fucking comfortable here.
I have no idea what to do.
So I will be using a Krytox 205 grade 0. 105 will not be used today because we will not be lubing the switches. And I will be using Permatex.
I have no idea where to start. I am dead.
Crane, if you need help, Daddy Unity is always here.
Wait, what are these? Daddy Unity? Excellent.
You don't really need them for now. Just lube your stabs first. Just stick with the basic principles of keyboard lubing.
How many do I need?
Bro, count the PCB.
I cannot count.
You cannot count.
I'm unable to count. Just give me the number.
So for the stems, what I usually like to do is I like to lube the insides as well, where the wire goes in, just the bottom shelving. That helps, lubricate and prevent clicking.
I borrow your lube.
No, you have lube. I passed you lube.
Yeah, but you gave me 3 bottles.
Yeah, figure out which one's which, my guy.
I can't. I don't know which one is which.
Open the lube, the stretchy, thick one. That's Permatex. So you don't lube your stabs with that. You use Krytox. Crane, are you doing okay?
I am.
Okay.
Ah, fuck. It came out.
Shit's the scuffiest fucking video, I swear.
Jesus Christ, Crane. Oh, I almost lost the stab. Driver, you need to slow down. Crane might not have time to complete the board. Crane, are you prepared to sleep on the floor?
I already said, already prepared. I've gotten some nice pillows to act as mattresses.
Tatami mats. So this is the Iron180 PCB. So now here comes the scuffed part. We're gonna have to screw in the stabs while the driver literally goes like 150 miles per hour. I'm just not gonna use the O-rings, okay? I'm just gonna use the screws, because at this point I can't see. Those are all the stabs done. All of them actuate just fine, except for this one. Yeah, the wire popped from the bottom housing. See, always check your stab, kids. I mean, don't blame me for my gaskets not being extremely straight, but car. I don't think this comes with PE or any type of foam. So, there's no foam in this board at all. This was supposed to be more of a switch lubing and keyboard building session, but evidently we started off pretty late, so we decided to cut the switch lubing short. The switches that I chose, Cherry MX Blacks, they are Hyperglides. They are supposed to be lubed. I'm not sure if you can hear this, but they are very scratchy stock. So in terms of the switch department, unlubed Hyperglides suck compared to the ones that Crane has, which are the ice candies with the ultra high molecular ultra high molecular weight. Those switches are smooth right out of the gate.
What do you think about the keyboard hobby versus, the audio side of things where you come from?
A lot younger, that's for sure. In the audiophile space, I'm often shoehorned as, I'm this really young guy coming in. But in the keyboard space, I'm old.
Because the keyboard game has graduated towards aesthetics and sound, I think more youngsters find that more accessible in a sense because they, you know, want some anime big boob character on their keyboard. I trusted this driver over here to count my switches, but it seems like I'm running short.
I gave you extra, dude.
I wonder if this guy knows how to count.
I gave you extra. How many are you short?
We'll see how many we're short. I've been handicapped. I can physically not complete what.
Okay, now I am starting to feel the early bouts of car sickness.
It would be even funnier if he actually gets motion sickness.
All switches are in, I think. Yes. It sounds scratchy AF, but then again, I already expected it because unloop.
I need a table.
You need a table.
Where's my table?
Your lap is your table. Oh, Jesus. H. Cameraman, feel this. Prince, would you like to give it a feel? Let's go, let's go. Yo! Bro! Why?
Switches are supposed to mount on the plate, right?
Yes.
Why is it so hard to mount it?
If you are struggling to put your switches in, that means your pins are probably bending as well. Whew. I am almost done. Once all this is screwed in, I put on the feet. All I need to put on is the keycap set.
It is super tight and my fingers, my thumbs are hurting.
Did you bend any of the screw? If you bend any of the switch pins and like you're just forcing it in, right, then every switch will be forced in.
It is indeed a dirt. I was wondering why that switch was so hard to put in. Pins were already bent to shit.
See? See? Oh yeah, me done. Oh. Bro, never again am I building a heavy ass board on a car, bro. Every time like the car stops, right, I have to stop the board from sliding off my lap. And when the car just like, I don't know, just like accelerates, right, the entire thing just punches me in the belly. But it is done almost. Just keycap set. And for that, I will be using GMK black and white. How am I gonna do this? Or how about escape? Let's see. Oh, the pink.
It's so scratchy, it feels like tactile.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Yay! First spot completed!
Yeah, with 5 minutes to spare.
Faster! Green! 6!
We're here!
Green! Faster! Jesus!
Yay!
Whoa! Scarf but not scarf!
I put 2 page down.
Fuck bro! Fuck bro! Jesus, he really put 2 page down. This actual merepek put 2 page down.
So it's been an entire day since that fateful little car ride. We have done a bit of R&R, we've ate some food, we have done many fun things, but I guess now it's time to go back to work. We are in Malaysia, so we have decided to seek out some content creators, I guess, and what better than, I guess, Next Rift?
Alright, so I'm Andrew, I'm the editor of NextRiff.
Hi, I'm Far. I don't really know anything about keyboards.
Jin here, I'm the video guy.
Hi, I'm Naz. I'm Andrew's colleague from a sister website.
Let's not beat around the bush, let's just start right now.
Oh, it's the Ikki. Why is it so heavy though? Oh, this is the... I forgot, Stargaze. Looks nice. Yo, that laugh though. Bro, did you loop it? Bro, there's no loop at all. Is this completely stock and you just put it on together? Because that's what it feels like. It's so scratchy, it's so pingy, I mean, it's okay if you're... Because you mentioned before that you're still new to the whole thing, right? So for a first build, I guess it's fine, but not something that you would commission for someone, definitely. But it's still an upgrade over, say, a stock keyboard, so I guess it's good.
Let's go. See, this is the thing that I always argue with him. I like cheap stuff. This feels cheap. So this is something that I would do. It's like to have this kind of feel. So I like it a little bit more bouncier, a little bit more clackier, that kind of thing. Dude, if this was me, I'll be proud of myself, dude.
Oh god. Stop steps, I'm thinking. Ooh, tactile, okay. Yeah, this is definitely, as Andrew said, bone dry. Yeah. Yo, I could hear it from all the way over there. So you can definitely make it better. This is probably like, if I were to say you buy it, you just build it like without really knowing anything. This is probably the experience that you would get from making your own first custom keyboard build. You can only go up from here, I feel.
We'll see. Shall we move on to the next board? Come, unbox this one.
I saw the zipper, so I'm thinking it's the Iron180. I could be wrong. Ta-da! Ta-da! Yo. This is an interesting finish. Oh, you guys really like... Wait, okay. You guys really like white on black, huh? These are different keycaps. This one has a bit of a greyish look to it, and this is probably GMK. Yo, this is heavy! Ooh. So at this point, I'm probably like, okay, this is probably a entry level, someone's new to the hobby, and this is like the so-called end game, which doesn't exist. Properly tuned stabilizers, as it should be. Still a little bit of ticking, so it's probably not wholly modded, but overall, it's still very good. 100% this over that, but not to say that's a bad keyboard, because you just have to tune it and it'll be amazing. Because that's the beauty of the custom keyboard.
Right, let's see. Definitely feels like way more smoother. So these are not something that I would use personally, because I like that lightness that you can get. Overall, yeah, you have to give it to this.
Ooh. Okay, it's nice, but it's just macam if you go towards the end of the spacebar, you'll just hear a bit of ticking, but that's fine. What keyboard is this? It's definitely heavier than my jelly, so it's kind of like, oh, Smith & Roon. Okay. Iron180. I think in a way, it's not that it's like a bad keyboard. I think it's just to the level where it's more of a preference thing. How much does this go? Do these go for?
This goes for about 1,000 plus the forged carbon fiber plate, which is another 80. Yeah, it's forged. Yeah, USD. So forged carbon fiber plate. Then this is GMK white on black, as you have guessed. And the extra brass is another 300, if I'm not wrong. The original board does not have the brass bottom. Yeah, so this is... Yes.
It's a really nice. I think if people were to look at this keyboard, they probably won't really understand why this is such a coveted build. I would think people in the know would know what the deal is with a Smith & Roon keyboard. Really enjoy this like this keyboard actually. $1,000
Here's an interesting thing that I should review about this board that, yes, as you have guessed, I built. It was actually lubed. I used
What was it?
everything. Okay, not the switches,
Okay.
but I used. They were scared at the amount of lube that I was using at one point.
So here's the whole story, right? So we were building this on the way here to KL. We took about 2 hours to build.
Yeah, so in fairness, I was building this in a car.
Okay.
In a moving vehicle.
And you have to understand, because Smith & Roon boards are only soldered, so I am mil-maxing a board on the car. That's why the steps are a little rally, because, you know, I couldn't balance the step at all. This is probably his first or second time actually building a board like this. I was actually guiding him through every single step of how to do the stabs, but evidently something went wrong.
What went wrong?
I think the problem is you. What I assumed happened was that probably he looped either the wrong places or the Permatex that he used didn't cover the entire wire.
So who wins? What? What do you think? Of course I won.
So right now we have a bet, you know, who wins and loses. So the loser would sleep on the floor. And he did not sleep on the floor. So, well, we have 3 judges. Four actually. Yeah. So let's see who wins and loses.
Which one do I choose between these two?
Essentially.
Oh, okay. I know I have to go with the Smith & Wesson then.
Definitely the Smith & Wesson, but it's not so much just because it's a much more expensive, much more coveted keyboard that only a handful of people can buy. It's just, it's not fair to you though. Because this is a beginner's build, which is fine because you can always fine tune it. It's always a learning progress because that's what the custom keyboard scene is all about, and that is obviously built by someone much more experienced, and it's also a lot more expensive.
On my end, yeah, I'll have to pick this, man.
Because you like the cheap shit.
I know my level, right? I know my level. I ain't gonna buy that. So this is kind of like the thing that is plausible to me.
Let's even the playing field. Let's assume that you have enough money to buy either one of these.
Am I building it myself, or I'm just like picking out
No,
of?
let's just assume that you're walking into a store and then they say like, all right, you can just buy one of these off the shelf right now.
Okay, you lost, man.
Yeah, there you go. I have to make myself lose, okay?
They say there are certain health benefits to sleeping on the floor.
Okay, you know, no harm in losing. I already expected it. I was already sleeping on the floor.
Now we review their keyboards.
Can I slam this on the table?
No, please don't.
They keep snapping together. Do you know how Velcros work?